Okay, good afternoon, my friends, and welcome to another edition of Removing the Liberal Blindfold for this Monday, the 11th day of March in the year of our Lord 2019. From American Action News comes this one. The latest in AOC is that she implies that America is garbage and suggests Reagan stirred racial animus. Okay, this woman is totally Looney Tunes, if not more. Bartender turned Representative Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, who still hasn't figured out how to strike like and from her vocabulary, slandered America and Ronald Reagan during an appearance at South by Southeast conference and festivals. Quote, "What's really hard for people to sometimes see is that we are on this path of a slow erosion and a slow, just like move away from what we've always been." Ocasio-Cortez began by explaining how she feels that America has moved away from what she thinks it should be. "You won't even realize that you've drifted 100 miles, she continued. Then she appeared to suggest that her democratic socialist policies represent core American values, arguing that we had just strayed so far from them that we couldn't recognize them anymore. So when someone's talking about our core, they're like, oh, this is radical, but it isn't radical. This is what we've always been, she said. Yeah, so she thinks. She goes on to say, I think all these things sound radical compared to where we are. But where we are is not a good thing. So I guess having the lowest unemployment in decades is not a good thing. Having high GDP right now is not a good thing. Having America starting to work again is not a good thing. And all this idea of like 10% better than garbage, it shouldn't be what we settle for, she ended up saying. Ocasio-Cortez was criticized early on for her plans to attend the festival, mainly because she was planning to fly to the event and she had just presented her Green New Deal that called for the elimination of air travel, but she didn't care. That doesn't apply to her. Later, hello Barbara, good to see you there. Later, the freshman congresswoman claimed former President Ronald Reagan pit white working-class Americans against struggling minorities to screw over all working-class Americans. That was her words now. Socialist Representative Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, Democrat in New York, suggests former President Ronald Reagan was a racist and claims that he pitted white working-class Americans against brown and black and working-class Americans to screw over all working-class Americans. And now to remove the liberal blindfold, folks. AOC is there for one thing and actually two things. She is an activist, an actor who was put there to make waves. They needed a rock star who could do this. There was even auditions for her position. Why else do you think the Democrats put a bartender into Congress? There are really two reasons for this happening, folks, and neither one of them were there to help this country. First, one I just mentioned, she was an actress who auditioned for the part and got it. She had the rock star type quality that they were looking for. But I believe the other reason was to show the Republicans that they could do it too. Get someone who wasn't a politician and make them a political office holder. To them, that is what the Republicans did. But the problem here is that Trump was actually a center to left-leaning person who had been leaning towards what the Democrats wanted, had the Democrats not shunned him and the Republicans didn't. So they auditioned a rock star who they felt could rock the boat, and rock the boat she has. But it has been rocked not things that make Joe Biden's gaffes look like they are well thought out things. She has been on television circuit trying to push her new Green Deal like it was the greatest thing that was ever thought of, but that was orchestrated for her too. By people with an agenda no matter what it did to the country. Yeah, that kind of agenda. But we had better find out quick what that agenda is. Well, we've known but we seem to refuse to accept that someone in America who professes to love America would do such horrible things to America and Americans. But people, they are not there. They are out there, and almost to a man or woman, they are on the left. The sooner we realize the better off America will be, because it is the Democrats who are working to destroy our constitutional republic. They don't want one. They want to make sure everyone thinks we are a democracy, because a democracy is the stepping stone they want to use to bring us to socialism. And the Ocasio-Cortezes out there have gotten tired of trying that way and are actively bringing socialism to the forefront. Thank you, Barbara, for being here. We are here to push the facts that the lying, liberal, lamestream media always leaves out. Facts that change the story from what is right to what the left wants, which is never right anymore. Truth, justice, and the American way are the continuing casualties in everything that the left stands for. And the American people need to learn that, or lose everything that this country was formed for. God bless America. God bless our troops. And as always, we will not be ruled. Have a safe and blessed day.